Right, it's DurgaMata here, and I'm going to record for you an exercise called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I guess you know we have a lot more than 5 senses, but I'm going to use the common ones. So we're going to start with 5 things you can see, and this helps you to take your mind away from all the chatter and into the present moment and where you are. Mindfulness, remember, it's all about where you are, what's going on here and now, what you're doing, thinking and feeling. And when you're in the moment, your mind is not thinking about past problems or projecting fears and worries into the future, so it takes away a lot of the stress. So where am I? I'm in Richmond Park, and it's sunset. The sun has just disappeared, but there's still an afterglow, so I think it's light enough still to take this little video, which is testing my new equipment. I've got a microphone, which is exciting. So we start with thinking, what are 5 interesting or beautiful things that I can actually see at the moment? And I'm standing under a tall oak tree, and the leaves are all browns and golds and greens. So that's one thing for sure. There's a very nice gentleman over there. I will show you him. I can turn the camera. And he's just been giving me advice on my camera. So he's the second interesting thing to share with you. Another thing I can see, third thing, is the sun. Not the sun itself, but a few tiny glints of sun through the trees. It's gone below the trees, but not quite below the horizon yet. And the sky is all light and bright above it. And another fourth thing, interesting thing, has just come into view. It's a cyclist. You might hear him. The wheels going over the ground. So that's my fourth thing, and he's wearing a bright top. You might just see him in the distance heading that way. And the final 5th thing is a jogger, and he's got a dog with him. And I can try and show you the dog. It's racing about in a very beautiful way as he's running down. So we have 5 interesting things using the sense of sight. And the next one is sound. What can we hear? 4 things. I'm closing my eyes to be able to focus better. It's the birds. The ones that are squawking are the green parrots that live in this part of London. They're roosting among the trees. The ubiquitous aeroplane. Richmond is pretty well on the flight path to Heathrow. I'm not sure if it's an airplane actually, or just the traffic. I think it's probably just a background noise of traffic. For some reason, just when I could do with an interesting sound, the airplanes are not coming over. So we've got the birds, we've got the background traffic, got the sound of my own voice. One of the best things about mindfulness, that's the parrots coming right overhead. One of the best things about mindfulness is that it slows you right down. There isn't any rush. Aha, 2 people are coming and they're talking to each other, so I've got my 4th sound. And when you're doing an exercise where you're listening, try to be analytical, try and tell what birds they are if you can hear birds, and what the voices are. Are they men or women or children? Are they happy? Or another sound, a jogger's feet, and the feet of somebody walking past me in the leaves, crunching leaves. So we've got lots of sounds, more than 4. And the next is 3 things, different textures, things you can feel. And the first thing I can feel is I took my coat off to be more ambient for the video, so I can feel the chilly air. I feel it through the sleeves of my top, feel it on my face. I can feel the wire of the microphone that I'm holding. It's very smooth and thin. And for my third thing, I'm just going to pick up a handful of the leaves underground. And they're crackly and rough. So that's 5 things I can see, 4 things I can hear, 3 things I can touch and feel. 2 tastes is tricky. Can I have 2 tastes? I can either have 2 tastes or 2 smells. I think I prefer 2 tastes. And just before I came out, somebody else passing with the sound of the feet, and here comes the sound of the aeroplanes. I didn't think I'd be able to do a full video without hearing the planes at some point. So before I came out, I had some vegetable soup, so I can still taste the vegetable soup. I can't really say I can taste which bit's carrots and which bit's hummus or something else. I had carrots and beans, and it was thickened with hummus. There's also onion and a few other vegetables, but most of it is carrots and beans. When it comes to smell, there's always a lovely, earthy and fresh smell when you come to any park. I've got the damp autumn leaves today, although they're not as richly damp as when I was here last, because it's been a very sunny, dry day. But you can see how, if you focus on your 5 senses, sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, you stop completely from thinking about all the different mental chatter that may have been in your mind before. You stop any worries or thoughts about past problems or future worries. Completely stop. And when you stop to think about it, stress is a passing thing. It doesn't last for long. It's only when we hold on to it with our mind that it can hang about and continue to cause us problems. So the more you can get a habit of taking yourself into the present moment and just breathing gently and deeply and being happy to be simply here and now, simply to be rather than to think, the more you can become the boss of your mind and remain above anything that might be causing you stress. And I call it surf the stress. And I hope you enjoyed that video. I'll be doing some more soon. Bye.